We're talking One Piece chapter 1145 today, so of course if you're not caught up then scroll on, but real quick, look at this amazing cover photo. The anime came back, so they drew all the Straw Hats watching the return of the Egghead anime. This is just epic, y'all. We're so back, but alright guys, get out of here if this is spoilers. The chapter starts off with another Yamato pilgrimage, and we find out that Pei Pei is still alive, but like of course they are because Oda refuses to end any characters except for like 2. No surprise there. But the chapter starts off super strong with a Zoro and Sanji team-up attack. To be honest, I was completely unprepared for this and loved to see it. Again, it's just crazy seeing the monster trio all together in one place for this amount of time. I swear, how long has it been since Oda put the 3 of them together for more than like 2 chapters? I'm gonna need some of y'all to let me know. And we continue with the lovely Sanji x Zoro moments with Sanji calling him a flying piece of broccoli. It's so funny. And I also love that Zoro's like, I'm the one who made the kill. Like, he's so proud. And we had this really fun moment of Luffy trying to feed Loki so he can get some more information out of him. Like, Luffy is so stressed about what's up with Shanks that he's just shoving food down Loki's face, but it's like burning the hell out of Loki, and obviously he is on like death's door right now. He's struggling. This entire moment reminds me so much of Law on Punk Hazard when he was starting to team up with the Straw Hats, but then realizing very quickly that how much of a pain in the ass and a psycho that Luffy really is. In the best of ways. This is just like a really wholesome moment in general. But of course, we start to get some really solid lore on Loki after this. But then we're introduced to yet another silhouetted character from Loki's memories. I'm really blown away that we're still getting silhouettes this deep in the story. Like, at this point, come on, just show us what they look like. And of course, the entire internet is saying that this has got to be Roxy Xebec, which I'm in that camp right now too. We get a little Edward Newgate shadow here too. And honestly, this just goes to show that Rox, or whoever the silhouetted person, does not give a crap about kids. Loki said, pull up and fight me, and he just put a sword right in his side. That's crazy. But it's really interesting how they gave us a Loki and Luffy parallel with Loki looking up to a grand pirate and Luffy looking up to Shanks in that capacity. Like, the fact that they're connecting here is very, very interesting. Next up, we have this really important passage right here. On the previous page, they were wondering if one of the monsters that they were fighting was Loki, but like what the kids think Loki is. And it's really interesting that they say, would they be stronger if the kids knew the real thing? And I theorized about that in a different video, but if you'd like me to talk more about it, let me know in the comments, because I got some things to say on that. But also, unfortunately, the firefighters are fodder and can do nothing about these fires. So while Gunko and Sommers are having some demonic conversation, Jinbei comes out of the sky and drops a whole bunch of water on them and actually puts the fires out. Dubs in the chat for Jinbei. But of course, that leads us to the final bit of sauce in this chapter, where one of my theories is inching ever closer to becoming true. Gunko lands on the ship that Colin is piloting. And I'm telling you, this is going to lead to Gunko taking Colin back to Marigeois, so then Gabon's going to have to go back there, and we're all going to have to go back there, and it's going to kick off a war. I talked about it before, and it'll be in this playlist, but I'll be glad to talk about it again. This was a banger chapter. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments, and of course, if you want a long-form breakdown of this, it's over on the red play button app.